I'm an artist and I want to make it. What can I do to make it? Shout out to Tyrone Johnson if you're watching on the Facebook feed. Shout out to Tyrone Johnson.
You just gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta put in the work. They have a saying that hard work be talent. That's true, and it's not true. You do have to have a little bit of talent, and you definitely gotta have dedication and hard work.
I'm joined today by my usual co-host Davey and Jay, and I got a special guest. My man Rich is in the building.
Yo, how y'all doing?
Rich, what up, man?
What's going on? What's happening?
What's good?
I see Rich was supposed to be here with an artist.
Yeah.
But the artist didn't make it, so Rich is here today for the hour. Okay, and we're gonna interrogate Rich instead.
Cool. Let's go.
CEO of Rich Worldwide, right?
Yes.
Said that right.
I mean, well, I am the CEO, but I don't really like that title so much, so I pretty much go
Okay, you want me to
management service, like A&R.
I was about to say you good. You want me to call you the janitor for the show? I'll do that.
No.
Hey man, if it pays the bills, it pays the bills. So, welcome to the Branman show. We're gonna talk to Rich a little bit. We're gonna, find out a little bit about his background. We're gonna talk a little business, talk a little shop, but then we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get into some of the questions from the audience that you guys have already sent in, and we'll see what type of mindset Rich has in regards to the problems of everyday life. All right?
Let's get to it.
So, Rich, is that short for Richard?
No, that ain't my name at all. Rich is just something I picked up, I guess, in the
You want to be rich?
Yeah, you can say that. Mr. Capital.
Okay. What part of Houston you from? If you're from Houston?
I'm actually from outside of Houston, a small town called Sealy, Texas.
Sealy. Drove through there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't too much fun there.
No, it's not.
So you're a country boy?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, but
You ride horses?
nah.
Okay, you know.
I ain't rode horses in about
Y'all
7 years.
had animals when y'all was little?
Nah. I mean, a dog, that was it.
You stereotype.
Hey man, all my family from the country, so we think the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I grew up in the city, we're from the country.
Yeah.
But I ain't been on a horse since I was like 10. So tell me a little bit about Sealy.
Small, dry country town. I mean, ain't really too much to do.
Well, everybody, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you if there's some fine women out there or not. That's what every dude at home thinking. Fine women out there? Probably not. Probably a bunch of fat women.
Bunch of white girls.
A bunch of overweight white women, huh?
Yeah, country white girls with the boots.
Looking for you.
Man.
Country white girls like them black dudes. I don't know why he over there getting.
I mean, yeah, if you play sports, then yeah, I would say.
Hey, look,
if
you play sports. Did you play sports?
Football, basketball, or track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they liked you.
You're an athlete. Yeah. It's small, like everybody go to one store small? Or
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
No.
It sound like another.
How many grocery stores y'all got in Sealy?
One, Walmart. It actually it's similar. Very similar.
Very similar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandfather's family is from this place called Logansport, Louisiana.
Okay.
And I took David out there. It's very small. He was like, this is it. I was like, yeah, Dairy Queen, Whataburger, Old Town. Zaxby's is the grocery store. You want Walmart, you gotta drive to Shreveport. That's 35, 40 minutes.
No, we're a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, that's good. I'm country.
Yeah. One light, huh?
Mosquitoes, no street lights. What you talking about? Street lights? They put them up. There's one story I always tell people. They always ask, okay, how can I understand where you're from? So, Jay Prince is my grandfather's cousin. They're our neighbors. We went out there, we went to see Jay. We had to walk a half a mile to get phone service so he could make a call. That's our country it is. Gotta walk to a deer blind to stand under the deer blind because that's where metal is, and they think that metal on metal is gonna give you a connection.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the real country. So, how long you had the label?
I created the label back in 2017. It was a flop. I'm rebranding it, kind of reinventing it, and bringing it back. Just because everybody seems to be drawn to it, and it's something good.
Big ups to you for, being so honest.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a problem.
It was.
First you don't succeed, dust yourself off. Try.
What was the problem? Not enough money, not enough drive, not enough
All that.
knowledge?
My mind couldn't focus on all that at once.
Okay. So you have one artist already.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the artist. I'm not going to totally hate.
Smiley, she's a phenomenal artist. And the crazy part about her is she has nothing out yet. We're working on releasing her single, hopefully the end of this month, and her EP by the end of next month. But I met Smiley, when I met her, she was a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And from DJing, she went to producing, making beats, and then she said she wanted to rap. So, you know, with me having a label and looking for artists at the time, we just kind of collabed and got together.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So, do you make music yourself, or you just?
Nah. I tried making music once, and it didn't work out. I have my sound. I don't make beats and nothing like that. I just pretty much hire a team of people.
So you did it?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I tried to make music once too. I actually liked my sound, but I'm just not focusing before. Like my brain is too everywhere to be in the booth trying to. Oh no! Oh, you want me to do another take? Oh, you lost your. I don't have this kind of time. So it just. This radio show is live, so it's just like one take shorty. If it's messed up, it's messed up. It's up there and it's stuck there.
Ain't no wrong with that though.
You know. Well, you're a young guy, man. What made you so ambitious?
Growing up, I mean, I wasn't rich growing up, so of course having the name Rich is kind of ironic.
Whenever someone says I wasn't rich growing up, it always makes me think they're rich now. It's like I wasn't rich growing up, but now.
I ain't rich now either, but I'm doing my thing, you know.
You speaking it into existence.
That too. I mean, it's actually a funny story how I got my name. You know, I used to hang around with one of my brothers, and they used to always call him Gucci for some reason. And I still know how he got that name, but they would call me by my government. And at the time, we was doing some things we hadn't been doing. So I was like, bro, like people can't be knowing my government name, so you know, it's like
It's funny.
I'm gonna call you Rich.
It's funny that you say that about the government name thing, because whenever someone comes up here with an alias, I always insist on them giving out their government name. It's like just a personal challenge of mine. Because I always feel like when someone uses a name that's not theirs, it's like their name is probably like Leslie or something.
Nah, I gotta know my name. My name's actually Deshaun.
Deshaun, okay. That's cool. Man.
It was either that or Tyrone, so I'm glad my mama chose Deshaun.
Oh Lord, Tyrone. What are your goals for the label? You start making jokes when people start writing mean comments.
Personally, I can't lie, like I'm an overachiever and a big dreamer, you know, especially coming from a small town. Like I feel like you gotta be. So I would say one of my goals is to actually be mentioned, and whenever all this is said and done, to be mentioned with the greats, you know, from Houston's Jay Prince and Sean Combs with Bad Boys and Coach K and P with QC. I mean, like all these independent labels, like that's where I'm headed. I feel like that's where I'm headed.
So I kind of knew you were going there. It's funny. It's funny that you mentioned this because we always get this question. I've never asked this question on the air, and I think it'd be fun to put you on the spot.
That's good.
Where do you rank the black executives? Like, how do you rank them? Like, if you had to say 1 to 5.
1 to 5. I'm a little too young, but I would definitely put Jay Prince first, just because. I mean,
oh, you would, huh?
I would, and that's only because he really is like one of the originators of having an independent label. You know, you can't really mention Sean Combs and Bad Boys because he was the first one doing it. You know, but as far as music wise go, put out. Of course, I would say Bad Boys. You know, Biggie, Lil Kim, Mary J. Blige, a whole bunch of other greats. 112. I mean, and the list goes on and on over there.
They did a lot.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about an order. Although I know for number one, I definitely would say Berry Gordy actually.
Motown.
Right.
Michael Jackson, bro.
It shows,
Don't get no bigger than Michael Jackson.
and that shows my age.
Stevie Wonder.
And I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Temptations.
Yeah.
Temptations, yes.
I can't think of the lady's name.
Bro, Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross.
Oh, it's Supremes.
Yeah. Hey,
Smoking.
all that.
Smoking Robin.
So yeah, but you know, no particular order. Obviously, Berry Gordy, Master P, Jay, and then you still gotta look at Baby, Jay-Z.
Oh, you know, it's a lot, you know.
Baby and them did a lot. You know, people don't want to look at that, but they did a lot.
Oh yeah. Right. I mean, but you gotta look at Master P first, you know. So.
Yeah, but the one thing about Master P, and all due respect, great man, I met him a couple times. They didn't continue their success. Not a knock on him, but they didn't continue.
I can
You know what I'm saying?
Musically.
When he faded, his label faded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the thing about Baby is the relevancy, the reinvention, the ability to reinvent himself. And I don't know how much credit Slim should get for
The
that.
new
too.
Cash Money,
But
Lil Wayne,
from
Drake.
himself to then Juvie and Hot Boys and Turk and BG to the Lil Wayne era. Then, you know, when Lil Wayne was kind of faltering, they had Tyga and all these other little dudes, then Drake, then Nicki. Still Drake and Nicki, you know what I'm saying? And Young Thug and all these different people.
Yeah.
The ability to reinvent himself is definitely, you know, one of the reasons why maybe I wouldn't say a Dr. Dre or somebody. I said Baby because Dr. Dre made the best beats.
Nah, bro, Dr. Dre is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tripping.
That
Corrupt, Snoop, all the aftermath shit.
what he did with NWA was crazy.
I mean, but Snoop wasn't really his artist. Snoop was Master P artist. And
No,
that was
bro,
the height
that
of
was after.
that was the height of Master P actually.
Brother, that was way after Snoop. The Snoop, what you talking about?
What do you mean way after Snoop? That was like the mid '90s when Death Row folded. Snoop went before Death Row folded. Snoop.
But I'm saying, but Snoop in his prime was Dre.
One album.
Doggy Style.
One album.
That's after
Snoop
Snoop.
did his thing. Snoop did his thing with that one.
Snoop did his thing with Master P though, like changed up his whole sound and became a little more sinister. I think people miss that sinister Snoop and not the little happy Snoop they got after.
Snoop lying. He's Snoop lying now.
I'm saying happy Snoop. No, nobody want happy Snoop.
Nah,
They miss.
murder was the case.
They miss. They miss Snoop. Snoop and Master P. What did he say? No limit till I die.
Yeah.
Obviously, independent labels.
Great thing to aspire to be.
Still the same.
Salute that.
Still the same bunch.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of quality control, who else is there?
Nobody, honestly. Right now, nobody. It's really not. You know, and I feel like it's the same scenario though. Like, you know, you have. I feel like as an artist, it's hard to be an artist and be that top label exec. You know, like you can't really do both.
Yeah.
Because you can't focus on having to perform, having to do shows, having to do this and that, and then be able to run. Like, you know,
That's all of them. Though,
we see Dolph doing it with Paper Route, but it's like Dolph can never be as big. You know, Gotti, same thing. Like what Gotti doing with Black Youngster and Moneybag is phenomenal. Like,
But he has the infrastructure through Rock Nation.
that
They handle
too.
the back end. They handle
Right.
all the,
Yeah.
so it's
That-
different.
So it's easy for him to be an artist, but at the same time, like I say, he'll never just be considered one of those great labels because he's not solely just focused on the label itself.
Got you.
To be honest with you, I don't think either one of them really has a great label. You know, obviously, Yo Gotti is in a beneficial situation being from Memphis. You got a lot of money. I mean, if you had a lot of money, you're from Houston, right? You go sign up the talent in Houston, right?
Yeah.
You go sign up, I don't know who the biggest free agent is, Kendrick Man, or somebody like that.
Shout out to Kevin Man.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
still gotta book that concert.
Kendrick Man, or you go sign Young Ruler or somebody, right?
Right.
And then you sign 3 or 4 of the big artists, and then they're buzzing because you're signing them all. So that's what Yo Gotti's doing. It's smart. You don't. I'm not knocking him, but I'm just saying. Okay, yeah, Black Youngster and what's my guy's name that did the concert for Jay Jr. Moneybag Yo, and you know all them boys. Yeah, okay, it fits. It makes sense. But it's not like legendary thinking or anything.
Right. I mean, you just pretty much getting all top prospects like these colleges do.
Right.
I mean, which is wild.
I mean, Alabama's supposed to sign every good player out of Alabama.
True.
When Alabama goes to California and signs a really good player, that's when like, oh, okay. But come on now, you're supposed to get everybody good in Alabama.
That ain't gonna happen.
But you're supposed to.
It's supposed to, but it ain't gonna happen.
Man,
And it's the same thing with the music too. Like, you know, like you look at a lot of Houston artists. I feel like that's known in the city. I don't see them getting signed to these Houston labels or.
Everybody that's known is either signed to 1501 or Rap A Lot, which is basically the same label.
Not
Pretty
everybody.
Everybody that's known.
I mean, some people that's known that's not signed either one of them, bro. Like, you can name something.
If they're not, they work.
I would agree. At one point, they probably worked with.
XO signed to Rap A Lot. Megan signed to 1501. Young Ruler was signed to 1501.
Oh, he was? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was. He was part of it.
Wired Up is signed to 1501.
Shout out Wild Up.
Zero was signed to Rap A Lot. Scarface is signed to Rap A Lot.
You talking about big? You naming huge people?
I'm just saying who we said known. Well, you used the word known.
Oh,
Talking about unknown.
Well, I guess
Nobody wants to sign somebody unknown.
I mean, I guess
But that's also where sometimes you gotta take a chance too, because a lot of these unknown cats, I've heard some of them, because you know I'm more underground, so I work with a lot more unknown. I've heard some sounds that honestly can compete to Travis Scott.
Yeah,
I believe it.
And it's just like, but I know for a fact they'll never get that chance.
I mean, look at what's his name, YB and Almighty J.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Galveston and Houston.
Yeah.
He signed to Rap A Lot. His sound is totally different than what most Houston people would check for.
Right.
And he got the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All them boys did, for the fact of the matter. All the YB and young guys, you know what I'm saying? So I think there is opportunity now more than before.
I agree.
But I think that if we're really going to be candid about the problem is that in Houston, there's a lot of older rappers. And those older rappers are territorial. Compared to in Atlanta, where an older rapper is very keen on working with a younger rapper. You know, I often think of the Gucci Man story where he said, man, he seen the Migos before they were the Migos.
Yeah.
And was like, man, I'm gonna put them on. Even if they don't sign with me.
Right.
Even if they don't put money in my pocket, I'm gonna put them on because it's better for the culture.
Right.
But you know, Gucci technically kind of did put them on though.
He did, and they gave him that credit.
He did put them on by, you know, giving him the P whenever he was locked up.
And in the same way, I mean, there's no different than Outkast putting Future to Rocco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I think is he 3 Stacks' little cousin, I think, or something like that?
He was somebody, look.
He's like one of their little cousins.
He was around in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, he's like one of their little cousins. Nobody knows that.
I seen the interview.
I don't think 3 Stacks is claiming him, but, you know, that helps. You know what I'm saying? And then Future is... Atlanta's just different. They're willing to really put on other people. To the detriment of themselves, even. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people criticize Future for doing songs with Young Thug, but I think it's only helped. Louisiana's the same way. Kevin Gates' relationship with YoungBoy and Quando Rondo.
Yeah.
Boosie's relationship with a lot of them young boys.
Gates seem to always tap in with the upcoming or the Louisiana people that's really getting on in the industry.
Absolutely, Gates taps in with the kids.
Uh-huh.
And you know, there's a saying that if you tap in with the kids, your longevity will increase.
Yeah, that's beneficial for them too. So it's crazy that anybody would.
I also think that as an artist, as you age, your ability to connect decreases. So if you tap in with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, you're on the pulse. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice why Birdman's always signing they're like, dang, that's a little boy. I'm like, what you doing with that 12-year-old? That 12-year-old is on the pulse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into some of the other dynamics of it, but that 12-year-old his mindset is gonna give you 2 more years.
I actually remember when I first heard of NLE Chopper. It was a video of him that was surfacing saying he need to stay out the park because he was in the studio with Birdman, but he was like super hyped up, and I was like, I don't know who bro is, but it was like
I remember
Memphis
he
rapper.
was like half dressed and like
Yeah.
people was really concerned.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And Birdman was right there.
I remember that.
And Birdman put him out there
Mhm.
to be fair. Birdman introduced him to a lot of people, and he owes Birdman for that.
I feel like a lot of people are Birdman. Like,
Absolutely. Everybody criticizes Birdman for the Lil Wayne situation, right? They blame him, and I always thinking you're on a label, so maybe you can speak to this. No one says Lil Wayne, who has a lawyer, an accountant, an agent, and a manager. No one looks at none of them people and says, well, y'all advised him to sign this contract.
Right.
Everybody look at Birdman and be like, well, you gave him that contract.
Right.
What? I mean, his lawyer, his agent, his manager, his daddy, his mama.
Yeah, like everybody. And on top of that, I don't even think Birdman probably even put that contract out there on the table. Like his people probably set that contract
absolutely,
up.
but not just that, but Lil Wayne is not educated.
Nah. I mean, he dropped out of school at 30.
But he went to college too. He might have dropped out of college, but he went to college.
I mean,
He's
Birdman
not educated.
He clarified a lot of that stuff though, man. He's spoken on it,
I think
vindicated himself.
I do agree because I think that a lot of people. I remember when Mace just flipped out recently talking about his contract with Diddy, right?
Oh yeah.
And how he's like, he won't let me buy myself out of the contract for under $20 million. And I thought that Charlemagne really shed a lot of good light on it by saying, well, you ain't pay back them 2 advances of $20 million that you took and you ain't put out no album.
Right.
You ain't kick Puff back his 40.
That's a big fact, though.
And I think it's the same thing with the Megan situation, like she doesn't like her contract, but you signed the contract. You're digging all this debt. You're gonna go to court, right? They're not gonna invalidate the contract because unless you can prove that you're illiterate, and then we're gonna all be laughing at Megan Thee Stallion. She get in court and testify, well, I can't read. So I signed the contract and I can't read. That's about the only way you can get a contract invalidated. So
would that work? That sounds even.
I mean, she could say she couldn't read.
What you signed?
I mean, it's
somebody need to
right,
read it to
like,
you. But yeah.
So security really just depends on the person that need protection. I mean, if you feel safe or comfortable, wherever you at, then
Do you feel safe?
I always feel safe.
Do you feel comfortable?
Always.
Bet.
I travel in deep a lot of places, honestly.
Me too. I'm like that.
I prefer it that way. I got my own protection, but
Yeah.
I mean, like that's just me. Like I pull up to anybody's hood by myself, whatever city, state to state, I'm gonna feel comfortable. Like,
Definitely agree.
cause I come from a background like that too. So
Want to give a quick shout out to everybody listening in Dallas and in Florida. We're live from the 92K LZ studio in Houston. Shout out to my cousin Richard, Prince Royal Water, Royalty and Loyalty in a Bottle.
Rich.
it's a dude I actually went to college with. I ain't know him in college, but we know the same people. And we got back to the city. He just so happened that he played football with my man, and now he do security. So
That's cool, man.
So
I like security teams, but I really do believe like in getting them homies from the hood. Cause them boys.
well, CEO Rich, pretty much my Instagram is Richie Rich Worldwide, and that's my only social media platform. We got a lot of projects coming up as soon as this coronavirus ends. In the meantime, we just been locked in the studio. We working. We got some songs, some singles coming out, some EPs. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun summer.
That's our time for the day, man. Appreciate you guys. We're logging off.